Hey everyone, what's up? We will be starting the show in just 1 second, just doing a little technical difficulties we're having, but we're getting ready to get started. Just bear with us. We're going to have Ellen Violette here with us, a VLA, and she'll be coming up our first guest. And then hopefully, if we can get Melanie on, we will be Dr. Bethune. We're going to go ahead and have her in a couple weeks. If something came up on her end, so we do apologize for that. This is Raven, the Talk Show Maven, and just stick with us. We will be back and ready to go in just a couple seconds. And I can't wait. We're going to have a great show. We're going to be talking about making money, writing books, and all this great stuff. And I'm just glad to have you guys here. So we get past these challenges and things like that. So please don't let it discourage you in any way. And I'm going to jump online so you guys can see my face in just 1 second. Just need to catch a couple other things. Okay, so bear with me. I'll be back in 2 seconds. All righty, I am back and we are ready to go. So hey Donna, let's see, hi Ellen, William, hello, hello, hello. So I'm going to come on board and we're going to get started right now. And again, I do apologize for the inconvenience. It just seems that when it comes to technology, everything happens. Hello, hello. Hey, this is Raven, the Talk Show Maven, and I am here today. I'm excited because we got some great guests. It's not going 100% the way we wanted to. Hey, Donna, I see you. Get ready, Donna. I may have to bring you on. And Ellen, we're going to have Ellen as our first guest coming up really soon. But first, I want to just say hi to you guys and find out how are you doing. We haven't been here in a couple of weeks. Been doing a lot of stuff. As many of you know, I'm launching my hat wraps, not launching, but getting ready to take these things to the market, hat wrap covers, and we're so excited. We went to the manufacturer today. I got my very first sale from none other than a world-renowned expert and coaching extraordinaire. Some call her guru. She hates that, so we'll say extraordinaire. Terry Levine. Yeah, she invested in the very first one. We're getting our GoFundMe account together. My husband and I went to the manufacturers, and we are on board to get it rocking. Hey, 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 go Raven, go Raven. Love those hat wraps. Show you right. But enough about me already. I want to bring on, start with some of my guests that we have. And Dr. Bethune, let me just first tell you that she is the author she has her book on about her grandmother, which is Mary McLeod Bethune. Remember her? Yeah. So, and she's the CEO of the Mary McLeod Bethune Legacy, and a granddaughter of her great civil rights leader. But she's not going to be able to make it today. But I just hung up on the phone with her, and she will be here in a couple weeks after graduation. She's got grandkids graduating. You know how that is. So everybody likes that, right? So we will just wait on her for when the time is right. How about that? You guys like that? When the time is right. Love it, love it. So let's go ahead and get started and bring on none other than Ellen Violette. And so she actually interviewed me the other day, and it was pretty doggone exciting. And I'll tell you why once I bring her on. There's some history with this young woman and I, or young lady and I, some real good history, and I can't wait to share. And you know what? Here's the thing. Hey, Melanie, I see Melanie is here. Great. So, Melanie, you'll come on after Ellen. Ellen, I'm going to go ahead and invite you and come on, and then I'm going to tell everybody about you and about our story and how we met and all the good things there. I can't wait. wait, I can't wait. Okay, hold on one second. We are getting through the challenges here. Okay. But first, Ellen, we're going to go ahead and run our promo. So hold on a second. We're going to run our promo, which we love to do. Now, you guys, you may have a little trouble hearing it, but you got to at least watch it. I mean, we put a lot of work into this, and we don't know why it's not doing this thing today, but that's okay. It's on Facebook, too. But here we go. We'll run this first.
3, 2, 1. Live from Los Angeles, the entertainment capital of the world, it's the Talk Show Maven Tonight Show. Starring award-winning talk show host and the recipient of the 2017 President's Lifetime Achievement Award, Raven Blair Glover. Tonight's guests are granddaughter of civil rights activist Dr. Mary McLeod Bethune and CEO of the Mary McLeod Bethune Legacy Preservation Institute, Dr. Evelyn Bethune. Six-time #1 best-selling author and creator of the bestseller Business Blueprint and Grammy-nominated songwriter Ellen Violette, and award-winning international inspirational speaker, faith coach, and #1 Amazon best-selling author Melanie Bonita. And now, we invite you to sit back, relax, take your shoes off, grab your favorite drink, and get ready to have some all-around fun. Ladies and gentlemen, here's Raven.
Yes, 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 yes. Ooh-wee. All right, all right, all right. We are back. We got Ellen here. We got Melanie here, and we're so excited. And we got you guys here. How cool is that? Okay, you see this pretty lady here? There's a story behind me and her. It really is, and I can't wait to share it. But let me tell you a little bit about her first so you can, know what I know about this amazing lady. And make sure you check out the interview she did of me too. Okay, Ellen and I love to talk about making money. So that's what we talked about on my end, about interview marketing and how you can use your voice to create a book and to market your book. But, I'm going to tell you today, we're going to be talking about making some serious money. How about 10K? Any of you want to do that? Donna, I see you out there. You want 10K, girl? Put yes, yes, yes. Khalid, Will, anybody else that wants to make 10K? Now, this doesn't mean you're not making it already. Maybe you want to add another 10K. So Ellen Violette is a well-known book creation and marketing coach, as well as an award-winning business coach. She is a six-time #1. Yes, did I say that? Yes, I did. #1 best-selling author. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so I'm holding up the wrong fingers as I count. Anyway, you know what I mean. And creator of the bestseller Business Blueprint. Ellen is also a 3-time Elite Award winner. Elite. Is it Elite or Elite? Elite award winner, recipient of the Be the Change Award. And get this. Her and my husband have something in common. Yeah. They both got Grammy. Well, she's Grammy nominated, so she's getting ready to get one. Grammy nominated songwriter. She helps thought leaders, coaches, independent professional speakers like you and I, and authors become not just an author, but become #1 best-selling authors and turn their books into 10K clients as well as long-term passive income. Ka-ching, 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 ching, ching. Income streams. That's the key word, streams. Right, Ellen?
Right.
It's all about those income streams, not just getting paid one time.
Absolutely.
Yeah, okay, you're fading in and out, so stay with me. But anyway, so thank you for coming. Welcome to the Talk Show Maven Tonight Show. How cool is that? You are on the Tonight Show, baby.
Happy to be here.
Well, I want to kind of share a little bit about the history of her. I always tell people, if you don't ask, you won't get, right? Ellen, we talked about this the other day. Yeah. Now, I met Ellen during my early days. In fact, I had a different married name, that jerk. No, I'm sorry. Y'all know me, I'm a little cray-cray. I had a different last name, and I wasn't even known as the Talk Show Maven. Okay. You know what? I wasn't known as Talk Show Maven. I was just getting going. And guess what? No kidding. I reached out to her and I said, hey, I'm new. I've got this show and I want to create a product and I need your help. And we got her interviewed on Women Power. And then it was so great. I told her about my talk show. What was it? Telephone cash cow product. Because I was interviewing people that could teach people like us and me at that time. I hadn't done a book. How we could create things using the power of our voice. Maybe we wasn't a good writer. And Ellen Violette was the very first person that told me, you remember this, Ellen, that you could speak your book. And you told me that 3 hours of content is about a 98 page book. And I told her that the other day when she interviewed me. And you were surprised that I remembered that so well.
I was surprised. It was
a long time ago. Huh?
It was a long time ago.
An absolute long time ago. But that stuck with me. And I tell all the people, now I'm saying, hey, you know what? I send them to that interview and say, you got to listen to this interview if you're like me. And I let them listen to the interview. So now it's so cool, guys. This is the interview you've been listening to. This is the person. Yay! And she's on the Talk Show Maven Tonight Show. Yay, Ellen. There you go. So how you been doing, girl?
I'm doing great.
You doing good? Awesome. Things are well. Now, where do you live?
I live in San Diego.
Oh, okay. So you're not too far from me.
Where are you?
I'm in the valley. Well, I'm a little far, but Teresa says hello, Ellen. Teresa says hello. I want to say hi to William, hi to Donna, hi to Joy, and of course Melanie and Teresa. Hey, Teresa. But yeah, so when I met you, I was in Texas.
Ah, well, I'm an LA native. I'm an LA native, but I've lived out here a few times.
Yeah. And so, I got remarried, and that's why I came here after my mom passed away. And, now I get to meet and see all you guys that I knew or at least got an opportunity to talk to and interview early on. So, but enough about me already. I want to talk about you and this 10K thing. So first of all, 6 award-winning books. And if I'm not mistaken, Melanie, type it in the chat box. Our next guest has 6 best-selling books too. So you guys definitely need to connect.
Yeah, I don't have 6 best-selling books. I've taken my books to number 1 6 times.
Oh, to number 1. Okay, well that's good. That's good. Number 1 is good. I would like to get number 1. Help a sister out.
But I always like to tell the truth, Yeah.
Okay, so thank you for saying that. I apologize. But still, 6 number 1. That it may not be bestseller, but it hit number 1. Which most of us that write a book don't. For me, I write my books, and I think this is what we're going to talk about. I'm not sure. I write my books like Talk Show Magic. And by the way, guys, you can click that link below and get your free book now from me on Talk Show Magic. But I just write my books they're like my business cards, and then I turn them into courses. Yeah. So, So tell us a little bit about how you got into book writing, what exactly you do, and then we're going to get to the money. We're going to get to the money, honey. Because we, on the Tonight Show, we smell money. We curl up on money. We fan with money. We love us some money. Cha-ching.
So how did I get into this? Was that the question?
Mm-hmm.
So, well, I was, I'm one of those people that kind of could do a lot of different things, and so I wasn't really sure where I was going in life. And so I did a lot of, I was a copy editor and a layout person for magazines. And then I had, did waitressing, field, all the different things because I decided, I was in graduate school and I was miserable. I went to UCLA in architecture, actually. And this is just not for me. And I was so freaked out by the whole thing that I ended up having a panic attack that lasted about 6 months. And I ended up in therapy. And, and I'd always been writing, and so my therapist, I read her some of my stuff, And she said, have you ever thought about being a songwriter? And I said, no, that would never occur to me because I come from a family of, professionals. And she said, well, you would be really good. And so, as life would have it, I was right down the street from UCLA at that time. And I went to Extension, and I studied songwriting. I badly love, and I went to songwriting, how to produce. And I was lucky because my parents were well off, and they really supported me. And when I met my husband, they actually approached us about creating a world-class studio in the house that I grew up in, which we did. And we were incredible people. And then all of a sudden, my parents passed away within 11 months of each other. I had nothing to fall back on. I had never really held a job that was enough to support me. And I was over 40, and I was terrified.
Wow.
So, yeah, and so we inherited my parents' house, which was damaged just south of Beverly Hills. And so we fixed the house, and my architecture came in handy, and sold it right as the market was starting to take off. And so we got a nice chunk of money, but I still didn't know how I was going to make a living. And so at that point, I got tired of going everywhere and breaking down in tears because I lived there pretty much all my life except for when I went to UC Berkeley. And so we decided to come down to San Diego back then, and we bought a condo down here. And we did that because it was cheaper down here. And so market started taking off here, and thought, okay, well, my songwriting wasn't happening. I was being a big fish in a small pond, didn't work. And my husband was a hypnotherapist with one on every corner, and that wasn't working either. So we said, well, what are we going to do? Well, I was actually teaching songwriting at that point, and our condos kept going up in value. And so we thought, okay, well, let's start buying, fixing, and selling houses. So we did that, and we made some really good money. We also made some really bad decisions as the market got too hot. We decided to take property back in LA, and it was just enough to kind of slow down how fast the money was going out. And so I got online. I always wanted to write books. And so I said, okay, well, this looks really cool, ebooks. This is something I could do, and it sounds just, right up my alley. So I wrote my first book, which was actually on moving, because we had moved so many times, packing, unpacking, fixing these houses. And so what happened was that I did the book, and I had a plan that I was going to do, but I never really did it. I didn't do what I set out to do with it. Instead, and we talked about this before, I took Teleseminar Secrets, which you were in.
Alex Mendoza, shout out to Alex.
Yeah, and my business took off because what happened was I actually looked for a coach when I was doing that book, and I couldn't find one, an ebook coach. And I thought, oh my God, I cannot believe this is 2004 and there are no ebook coaches in the entire world. There were that was it. And one guy had an email course. And so I thought, I could do this. And so I decided I was going to become an ebook coach, and I became the very first one in the entire world, actually.
Are you serious? You know what? I do remember that. Yeah, I do remember that.
So I did that. Yeah. And it was a really good time to be getting started because Mark Hendricks used to do this thing called the 12 Days of Christmas. And he would get 70, 80 people together, and we would all give away bonuses. And there weren't as many people as there are doing this now. And I ended up getting 1,600 people on my list in 2 weeks. I was in business.
Wow.
Yeah, it was wonderful. And so I did that, and I did my first workshop on teaching people how to write an ebook in 3 days or less, because I figured that out. And it was really funny because what happened was I only had 2 people in the first class, and I was devastated. But when it was all over, I was happy I only had 2 people because it wasn't quite ready. Then it had some glitches there. And but that's what I did. And then people wanted to know how to market their books, and so I put another workshop together on that. And I made about $13,000 in my first 6 weeks of doing that.
My goodness. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's amazing.
And I took it from there. And the thing that was really great was studying with Alex. He challenged us to do an expo at that point. They're called, Telesummit. And I remember I was the only one who actually spoke up and said I did one. I don't know if anyone else did one, but nobody else said they did. And so I did that, and it was great. I mean, I did a few of those, and I was making like 20 grand, on those. And
Okay, well, we gotta get to the funny part because everybody's like, "Go Ellen, go Ellen." They want to know. Inquire minds want to know, Ellen. You got them overly
yeah,
excited. Before we go on, hold on a second. I want to say hi to Joy, and I think it's Atleon, and of course our next featured guest, Melody, Bonita, and Teresa Hamilton, and Donna Harris, one of my Amazing Women Power hosts, and William McPeck. Glad to have you guys here. And for all of you that are,
some of my followers are here. Hi guys.
yes, I mean, absolutely. Absolutely. So thank you. And I'm going to turn on Facebook shortly and give you guys a shout out if you're hearing us. And those that are on Twitter and Periscope, hello, hello, hello. We're glad all of you are here. This is Ellen Violette. She has 6 number 1 Amazon number 1. Is it Amazon number 1? Yeah, Amazon number 1 books. And she's talking about how she took that book. And, I love the idea when you were talking about your moving, because this is how simple it is, guys. You can create a book, even if it's not in your particular niche, just because on a lesson you learned or a passion you learned. Wouldn't you agree, Ellen?
Yeah. Yep, absolutely. Yeah. That's the first thing. Just solve a problem. Find a problem and solve it.
Well, let's talk about the money part. How did that happen? How did you decide? Because, most people, they go out and they do book signings all over the place. I remember one thing, I don't know if it was what you talked about or someone else I heard speak about it, that, it gets tiresome. I've never had that because that's not the way I built my business. But I've talked and spoken to many authors, and they say as much as they love it, it can be pretty doggone tiring. They love hotels, but not all the time. And then sometimes they get there and there may be tons of people, and sometimes they get there and they're hoping for 1 or 2. I get it, because the same thing on Facebook. Love you, Facebook, but my audience is on radio because that's where I came from, So, how did you figure that out? And first of all, can you relate? I'm sure you can relate to.
Yeah, I never did that. I never did that because I knew it would be tiring, and I knew I didn't want to do that. So I never did that. So I always started out with the idea that I wanted to build passive income and I wanted an online business as much as possible and to have it online. But I found out, doing teleseminars, I found out that I was really good at coaching and I really liked doing that. And I ended up building a coaching practice, but also, creating programs as I went. And there's so many lessons that I learned along the way and things that happened that I really did not anticipate that were not fun. But everything led to the next thing, and got me to grow and to change and to create new things as the market changed. But what happened was that I would take a course and I'd get a piece there. And I'd take a course and I'd get a piece there. There was always something kind of missing. And finally, it really took me, I'm not embarrassed to say it because John Asseroff actually says it takes 10 years to become an expert. But it took me about that long to have all the pieces where I knew I could have $1,000 clients. I could have 25 or 50 or even 100,000. And what it is, though, is that you have, there are certain things that have to happen. So if you're going to start with the book, you want to set it up so it can be a bestseller. That's number one. And the way you do that is what we were just saying is you want to find something you're passionate about that people have a problem with that you can solve. And if you're going to have success long term, and this is one of the keys, is it has to be something you enjoy. It has to be something you're passionate about, because if you're not going to stick with it. And so many times that happens, where I'd be doing something and I wasn't passionate, and then I would just lose interest. There's a lot of what's wrong with me? There's something wrong with me. Why aren't I successful? Why can't I do this? And it wasn't that I wasn't making money. I was making money, but my business wasn't exploding, number one. And number two, it wasn't satisfying. I just kept searching and searching and searching. And so I would do things and I would just go, oh God, yeah, this guy's making 6 figures doing that. If I have to do that the rest of my life, he can take me out and shoot me now. So finally what ended up happening was I had to step back and I had to really go in deep after I had done so many things, coaching and LinkedIn and, Pinterest and Periscope and Facebook. Just, everything, just on and on and on. And of course it kept changing, and blogs and WordPress. What do I do and which things, But when you finally get to the point where you understand, first of all, the 80-20 rule, that you're going to make 80% of your money from 20% of what you do, and you focus in on what that 20% is that you really want to do and what you're trying to focus on, I mean, that really helps. Okay? And you have to have the right target market. For a long time, I was making good money, but I was also attracting an audience of writers that didn't have any money. So they were struggling after after the recession. Before it was like people were throwing money around, but after the recession hit, they didn't have the money, and I would hear so often, I can't do it. I love what you do, but I don't have the money. And so at that point, you have to change who your target market is. You have to go after people, get people that you can help who have money and are online and are, can't wait to spend it with you. As long as.
Because you brought up a key thing. So how does one identify who has the money and where do they begin to be that journey of making that 10K? I mean, do they get the book? So they wrote the book, and it doesn't even have to be published. You can start making money while it's in PDF or ebook form, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just that when I teach book writing, and this is critical. Okay, every person who comes to me, the first thing I tell them to do, if they can do it on their own, or if they want me to do it for them, most of my clients want me to do it for them, is I do a marketing and visibility study. And so what we do is we go into Google keywords, figure out what the best keywords are we're looking up there. But then the next step is going into Kindle and seeing, which ones are bestsellers and what are the keywords and categories that you're going to need in order for people to find you. I mean, I just was talking to a guy last week, and he wrote this beautiful book for kids, and one of the main keywords in the title I put into Amazon, and his book didn't come up. So that tells me that he didn't find the right keywords and categories. Well, it doesn't matter how great your books are if no one can find it and buy it. That's the first thing. And then and also categories, and make them number one. It has to be in the right category. Yep. So,
yeah, I've heard of that. A friend of mine, same thing. They did all this promoting and everything. It ranked, but it didn't rank number one because it was in the wrong category. So I know that's important, I know you got a 5-step process. You want to talk about that real quick?
Yeah, I'm going to talk about that. So, but the first thing is, as I said, solving the problem. You solve the problem, and in solving that problem, you're creating a process. So over the years, I've created many processes. My first process was a 3-day ebook cash program, and then people wanted a marketing course, so I did that. But then everything changed, and so I'm creating a new one. But I also did the bestseller launch program, and then the ebook marketing mastery program, and then the signature secrets program. So my program really is 4 programs. That's how you get the whole blueprint. Okay, but it didn't happen overnight. It happened over years because, as I said, things change over time. And so one of them I just had to scrap and do something entirely different. There was no Kindle. So I wasn't doing bestseller launches. I was making a lot of money on my site, doing book launches for my site. It was a totally different thing. So, but now that's how it is. And so when that happened, it actually made books be a lot lower in price. So then you got to figure out, okay, well, how do I get from my book by making a back end to that book, by doing other things from. So first, that's it. So first you have to have the process, and then second you have to give value. And so the thing about giving value, and this is the thing people struggle too much with. Like if you do this in a systematic way, it's so much easier. So if you've written a book, or even if you don't have the book yet, but you have the outline for the book, you can do it either way. You can create your program first, then your book, or you can create your book and then your program. It just depends, on how fast you want to make money, where you feel comfortable, and what you are feeling passionate about to do first. But once you do that, now you've got a system. Okay. Now, remember that system is not going to be perfect at first. Believe me. I mean, I had given my 3 days to ebook cash program as a workshop 30 times. Okay, 30 times in the last 12 years. And actually, I haven't done it for a couple of years, but I did it 30 times. And each time I would do it, well, not each time, but I do it a couple of times, and then something would change, and then I'd get another idea that I could add on or that I could do differently. And people would say, oh, I wish you had, an author's permission slip. Oh, I wish you had this. And so over time, it just, it got tighter and tighter and more streamlined. and then you go, okay, well, how can I, still give this great value and make more money from this? And so then it was, okay, so I had it so that some people could come on and they could get in and just do the live calls, the trainings and the Q&As. So that was one level. And then the next level was, okay, it's the whole weekend with me and the mastermind, and that was another level. And then it was like, okay, well, how can I take it even higher? And then the next level was, we could give them a book cover, we could do formatting, we can, do editing. I mean, there are all these other things that we could do. And then you're talking about, now instead of getting maybe $600 or $400, you're getting $3,000. So now, and then if you give like a fast action bonus and you only give it for a few people, then 3 people, and then I know I'm going to make enough money to warrant me doing it. Okay, 3 people at $3,000, I'm already $9,000, so I can do that. So it doesn't. The most important thing I can say is it doesn't happen all at once. So you've got to go through the process. Okay, it obviously goes fast. You work like 80, so I can throw out a bunch of ideas and things that I've done and that other people have done. But also another way that you add value is just adding things to your book. What about worksheets and checklists and, like I said in mine, it was, a permission slip and just different things that you want. You just keep adding value. And so you can take your book and then you can add more, go into more depth in some of the pieces that are in the book, and that can become the program. So in other words, what I'm saying is instead of doing something over here and something over there, and you've got all these pieces that don't go together, if you do it systematically, you can get there really fast. Okay? Wow. And by giving value, and by giving more value to the same program, you can get higher and higher and higher prices. Now, the other piece of that, though, there's a couple of other things. One is having different pricing plans. Okay, so obviously, if you're charging $10,000 or more, not everybody's going to be able or want to give you $10,000 at one time. I mean, I have had people do that, but a lot of people don't want to do that. So you have to have, a payment plan, okay? And you have to put percentage there to keep them going. So, all of that needs to be set up. But as I was saying, the other thing is when you get into done for you pieces to your system, then the sky really is the limit. I mean, we can go all the way from, helping people write a book to helping them make it a bestseller to giving them the 30-day plan we then, tweak to creating the signature program. But then there's all the other things that we can do. We can make a book trailer for you. We can do the social media to it. We can take a whole offline business and bring it all the way online, the book and the whole thing, hand it to you on a silver platter. So that, those kinds of, you can make unlimited money. But you know what the biggest obstacle is?
What is it?
Believing you can do it.
Yeah, believing in yourself. I am not surprised. Yeah. Tell everybody how they can get in contact with you. Hey, if you guys want to be like Kim and the Captain and you want to make a lot of money, honey, then you better pay attention to Ellen. You like that, huh, Ellen?
That's great. Yeah, people can contact me by sending an email to me at info@bestsellerbusinessblueprint.com. You can join, we've got the Facebook group, and it's facebook.com/groups/bestseller business blueprint. Or, you can pick up the phone and call me. You can DM me in Facebook, whatever works for you. But that number is 818-970-6132. 818-970-6132. So, don't
run, don't walk. And you guys can start being like Kim and the Captain right there and making you some money using Ellen Violet.
Yeah, I just want to say one more thing, if that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
I work with a lot of women who have a hard time asking for what they're worth. That's really one of the women's issues that I find a lot that I don't understand. And so that's something that I can really help other women with, as well, because it's all part of it. But I have to say that when I took Alex's class, it never occurred to me that I couldn't do it. I started out I did it. Everything he told me to do, I just did it. That's it. And
Yeah,
it was only,
yeah,
and it was only when the recession hit and things started going south that I started doubting myself. And so the whole thing then is when things start going south, you know, you get a coach, you know, you find somebody who's done what you want to do, and you persist, and you just keep trying. And I drove people crazy when things weren't going well. I mean, I just kept talking about it and talking about it. They just thought I was bitching, moaning, and complaining. I wasn't. I was trying to figure it out in my own head. And eventually I did. And there were some people that said, I don't want to listen to you anymore. Bye-bye. And I get that. You know, it's okay. But that's what I needed to do to get to where I am now. So just
yeah, I want to just remind people or share with you, because I didn't even mention it, that those of you that are on Crowdcast, if you have a question for Ellen, go ahead and click on the question box and we can go ahead and ask it for her. So if you have a question for Ellen, click on the question box, or if you want to jump in, I can send you an invite and you can jump in the seat real quick. We have a couple minutes for a couple questions. If anybody has one for Ellen. I know we have Teresa still here. Oh, Donna, I know you're on your phone. And so I know you can't get in. William, Joy, if you have any questions, those of you on Crowdcast. Now, those of you on Facebook and Twitter, I'm going to have Ellen give you her email again, or phone number, whichever you want to give. Ellen, go ahead and give that to them one more time. So if they have questions.
Yeah, info@bestsellerbusinessblueprint.com. And just, you know, just say that you came, you know, just ask me your question, or we can hop on and do a free consultation.
Yeah, that's the best thing to do, is just to go ahead and get hey, Leah, I see Leah on Facebook. Thank you for watching us, Leah. I know Donna's on Facebook and sharing. Thank you also. And you guys, you know, check her out, because honestly, you know, to have a book and to take it to the next level and really make you some serious money, isn't that what you really want? I mean, it's nice to have a book, but it's so much better when you can build on it, build off of it, and start making money, and not just relying on the fact, okay, I got a book, now let me see the magic. The biggest mistake and the toughest, I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
What I was going to say was also, I want to just quickly say about the passive income is, don't just write one. Okay, don't just write one. Put it in your schedule to keep writing, and as you grow and you learn more things, you have more things to write about. You know, I know in the beginning people are afraid they're not going to have anything to write about. Trust me, you're going to have plenty to write about.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I appreciate you being here, and thank you again for interviewing me. I appreciate that, and it's just so awesome. I mean, that was like almost at least 9 or 10 years ago, and so to be connected with you again, and you know, seeing all the great stuff that you're still doing, and just for us to just be here together and be able to share the platform, not just on radio, but here this time. So it's pretty cool. And yeah, it's nice. And I'm in Cali now. So I come out to, you said San Diego or San Francisco? Which did you say?
San Diego.
San Diego?
Yeah, but you know what? I was so tickled when I saw you with Terry, because Terry's one of my strategic partners. So I said, oh my God, we just did those things. Where are you with Terry?
Yeah, Terry, she's another one. I met you guys. I met Terry around the same time, because it was 2007, 2008. It was very early on. I think I've been doing radio for 2 years. And same thing, her and I connected. We've been connected for the years. Yeah, she brought one of my hat wraps. I'm so excited.
I saw them. Yeah.
So very, very excited. But hugs to you. Kisses. Thank you. I know it's late there. We're going to bring on Melanie pretty soon. But thank you again from my heart to your heart for coming. I so appreciate you, girl. Okay, bye now. All right, guys, that was Ellen. So Violette, make sure you check her out. We're going to bring on none other than Melanie pretty soon. We're going to just take a quick commercial break just to remind you basically where you are and what you're listening to. And that is the Talk Show Maven Tonight Show. And we love money, honey. Just like Kim and the cat, we love us some money. And we love having people on that can share about it for sure. Talk Show Maven Tonight Show, we come on Thursdays. I've been getting a lot of speaking engagements, so that's a good thing. And so, I have had to miss a couple shows, but we're not going to be doing that all the time. We're trying to get back on a regular schedule. And I got to tell you something. We got the one and only Well, Evelyn Idell Bethune is going to come on. She wasn't able to make it today, so we got her coming on in a couple weeks, she said. And I met her actually through the next person we're getting ready to introduce pretty soon, who is Melanie Bonita. But also, you know who else we got coming on? Jane Kennedy. If any of you guys can remember Jane, beautiful Jane Kennedy, we got her coming on too. I'm going to take a quick commercial break to remind you about the show you're listening to, and we'll be right back pretty soon.
Live from Los Angeles, the entertainment capital of the world, it's the Talk Show Maven Tonight Show. Starring award-winning talk show host and the recipient of the 2017 President's Lifetime Achievement Award, Raymond Blair Glover. Tonight's guests are granddaughter of civil rights activist Dr. Mary McLeod Bethune and CEO of the Mary McLeod Bethune Legacy Preservation Institute, Dr. Evelyn Bethune. Six-time #1 best-selling author and creator of the bestseller Business Blueprint and Grammy-nominated songwriter Ellen Violette, and award-winning international inspirational speaker, faith coach, and #1 Amazon best-selling author Melanie Bonita. And now, we invite you to sit back, relax, take your shoes off, grab your favorite drink, and get ready to have some all-around fun. Ladies and gentlemen, here's Raven.
All right. Yes. We are back. And we're so glad to be here. Talk Show Maven Tonight Show. Had a few technical difficulties, but we appreciate those that are tuning in. And I know we get tons of people listening to the replay. We'll have the audio airing on Amazing Women of Power Network. Couldn't get connected quick enough over there. Before we bring our next guest on, I just kind of want to share with you a little bit of what I talked about coming on. And this is because I want you guys to really tap into your dreams. And I know I ran across a video where Melanie was talking about the same thing about how important it is to dream big and go for your dream. And before I bring her on, I just kind of want to share my dream and how it's really just awesome to see it coming true. And I love to get on here during these times and share it with you guys because I want you to believe in your dream. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer. Sometimes it does get frustrating. I get it. And how many times have you had an idea and you said, oh, it's a good idea, but you never did anything about it? And then years or months later, you look on TV, home shopping center, and it's been there or something. Where you go to the store and say, I thought about that. I don't know about you guys, but that's happened to me several times. So I came up with this thing. Let me tell you a little bit about it. First, I wear hats. You guys know I wear fedoras all the time. Anybody that's been following me on radio and stuff for years, probably since I think Michael Jackson died. I love fedoras, and after he passed away, it's kind of my way of honoring him. And it became such a big part of my branding that I started going out, me and my husband, looking for all these great hats. I love bling bling and different things like that. So this is what I used to carry. Those are every hat not every hat. I mean, I got over 100 hats, but this is the hats that I used to carry quite often. And I would just match my suits and clothing up with these hats. And then one day, I had this favorite hat. And how sometimes it either gets dirty. I had white hats and it got dirty. And then I had other hats that the band came off and all that kind of stuff. And it got frustrating. And, tired of dragging my poor husband around looking for different hats and stuff like that. So I, decided, okay, I wonder what would happen if there was some kind of way you could wear the same hat over and over again. This is the hat that I just absolutely love. And if you look really close, you can see like the band. How many of you have had bands come off yours? Yeah, that's how mine was. The band just absolutely came off. Well, we decided that we were going to create something to cover the bad hats, the dirty hats and stuff, and it's called hat wraps. In fact, they're called Raven Signature Hat Wraps or Hat Wraps by Raven, either one. that you can find and by going to hatwraps.com, and hopefully they'll be in the home shopping network and all that. We're talking to them. We just went and had it manufactured. And I just wanted to share that with you guys because I want you to think about the things that you've been putting off and how you can turn your dream into a reality. Because if you know me, you know I'm all about that. I just turned 66 April 12th, this past April 12th. And, you know, I'm thinking big, I'm dreaming big, and going big and dreaming bigger. And so I want you to think about my story the next time you have an idea and think about how you can take a problem, which is the same thing we do for our clients, and turn it into something bigger. You know, the problem of always carrying your hats. Ladies, I've come up with something. No more hat boxes. No more trying to chug them in your purse. No more throwing away the hats that you love because something happened to it. You can turn it into a great hat. And I just want to share that with you because I want you to go for your dreams. Now, instead of me carrying that purse full of hats, you know what I carry now? I carry this. Is that cool, right? Yeah. And I can carry up to 10 hats here. And when I get ready, I can go to 2 or 3 places in one day. And all I have to do is whip off this bad boy like that. Excuse my green screen here. And put one on like that. And voila, I have a new hat. Now, I don't have a mirror, so I don't know how it's going on here. But that's how simple it is. And I can change it out as much as I want. If I want to go casual, I can just whip it off. And I can put a hat on like this and wear it with my jeans. And I can dress it up or however I want. Isn't that cool? Hey, Hat Wraps by Raven, hatwraps.com. And now let's bring on our next guest. I'm so excited. Ellen, I'm getting ready to, I'm sorry, not Ellen, Melanie. I'm getting ready to actually, hold on. If I went out, guys, I will be back. Because what I did was something really dumb. Okay, so let me get out of this and come back on. Here you go. So I'm going to invite you again. Thank you. Donna says she loves those hat wraps. All righty. So Ellen, come on in. Now, we didn't do a test on her because she was rushing and had some computer problems, but hopefully she can come on in. Now, Ellen, you're going to have to, I'm sorry, not Ellen, Melanie, you're going to have to not invite, but say yes to your camera coming on. Oh, Donna says she has a new project. Good, coming on. While waiting for Melanie, anybody have any questions or anything that you want to share? We can even maybe have some time to bring on some guests if you want to come in. So, Melanie, you should be able to come on. And I'm going to invite you again. You got to look for a pop-up box and saying invite. Come on in. So I'm going to remove you. And it says incomplete. So you have to be on Chrome and you have to allow it to take your camera over. And we'll give you a couple minutes. If not, you can just come on when we have your friend, Dr. Evelyn Bethune, on again. So I invited you again. And make sure you allow your camera. So I'm going to come back on and talk to you guys while we wait for her. So how about that? You guys, are you thinking big and dreaming bigger and going for it no matter what? Kind of like Ellen says, just go for it. Make it happen, and think about how you can better things and how you can create stuff that you want to create, regardless how many times people say it can't happen. It can happen. Trust me, it can. Take the problems of your niche, whatever problem is. One of the things I really like that Ellen shared was that she was packing and moving, and then she decided to kind of write this book. Or I don't know if she ever said she finished it, but that was her intent. So it can be anything. It can be on anything. And I know we got a lot of women listeners because we're amazing women of power. And us women, boy, we can really get creative. Guys too. But I don't know, as women, we just got this thing where, we follow our gut and we just go there and do that. Do you do that, Joy, from time to time? Yeah, William, do you do that? Ellen, Donna? Yeah, we just follow our gut, and Leah, I know you're on Facebook, and everybody else that's listening to us on Twitter, Periscope, Facebook, YouTube, all the different places we are. Get out of your head and get into your heart. Get out of your head and get into your heart. I'm going to see if I can call Melanie, because I think she's having. Melanie, if you can hear me, give me a call on my cell, and we'll try to talk to you for a few minutes there, even though we really wanted you on camera. I always say she takes the best pictures. So we're going to see if we can give her a call. And just want to say I appreciate you guys being here. Okay, thank you, Ellen. Thank you so much. Hold on a second. I'm going to see if I can get her here. Ellen says she's here if I need her, so I appreciate that. Let me see if I can bring on Melanie. Give her a call here. Excuse me while I look on my phone. See, this is why I love radio. Okay, I don't know what's going on. Melanie, call me. There she goes. So we'll get her on the phone. Hey, Melanie. It's probably something going on with your settings. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So I don't know. I'm going to ask the listeners, if you can hear Melanie, hit in the chat box, yes. But I'm getting a lot of feedback from you on your side. Do you have a headset?
Okay, I'm going to take you on my phone because I'm listening to you. So
okay, yeah.
Put you on mute on the computer.
Okay.
Okay, was that better? Put you on mute on the computer, is that better?
Yeah, that's better. Let me see, they say barely, they can barely hear you. Okay, so we got you nice and loud, and you guys can barely hear her.
So let me speak louder. Can they hear me better now?
Is that any better? I think, yes. Okay, good. Okay, good. So I'm just going to, okay, they say yes, good. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to take my mug off of here, and I'm going to put this beautiful mug there. Not beautiful mug. But we're only going to spend about 5 minutes with you, because we're going to bring you back when Dr. Evelyn come on. How about that? And then we'll get, this is a new platform, guys, Crowdcast. I love it, but it's quite a process to go through. I may even end up going back to my old one because we didn't have to go through that. But anyway, Melanie, hi.
Hi, how are you? I'm so excited to be here.
I'm so excited. You and Ellen have got to connect. You guys got a lot in common, don't you?
Absolutely. It's amazing because, like she just said, she had the 6 #1 Amazon bestseller. That's worthy of my 6th book, which is, and they are all #1 Amazon bestsellers also.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm going to, just stop for a second and share a little bit about you. Melanie, she, like you said, she has 6 #1 Amazon books, author of, award-winning international inspirational speaker. I want to talk to you a little bit about the speaking thing too. Okay. She's a faith coach, a praise dancer. You know how they be getting it at church? Yeah, and you forget you're at church because they be really getting it. Yeah. Gospel fitness instructor. And a United States Army veteran. She's also helped over 150 authors become Amazon bestsellers, much like Ellen. So that's why I know you guys need to collaborate on something. Because one of the things I learned, and I meet talk show hosts all the time, and one thing that I want to speak on, I want you to say something and share about this too. And Ellen, if you want to come on, we can bring you on about this too. And that is, we cannot be afraid to collaborate with others that's in our niche. Wouldn't you agree?
Absolutely. I totally agree.
Yeah, there's so much out there for all of us. Yes.
Yeah, teamwork makes the dream work.
Teamwork make the dream work. And then there's, even though people may be in the same niche and do the same thing, we all have that certain something that gives us the secret sauce, gives us the secret sauce, and that only we have our flavor on it, and it's really cool. Yeah, Ellen says we all do it differently. Absolutely. So just like I said, I don't want to keep you on too long because we want to bring you back. But just let's talk about, in fact, we're not going to go book with you this time. Let's talk about the video I seen, because I was sharing my dream. First of all, how you like them hat wraps, girl?
I love it. Absolutely amazing. Yes, I can see that on the HSN and QVC going viral worldwide. People all over the world, just like you say, not having to have all these hats, but having one, and and just really being able to entertain them. So I love it. I remember I can't remember where I was. I was in traveling with someone, and you literally, like you said, had all these hats. I was like, where are you going with that? All of that. I was like, we can't take all of that with us.
Yeah, so now you got to tell people you got to check out Hat Wraps by Raven, huh?
Right. I mean, we were on a cruise, and I was like, you can't take all of that on it. Why? Just take one. But then all of them are my outfits. And so, right. And I can't remember who that person was. They need, girl.
Yeah, girl. Well, we're gonna be kicking off our GoFundMe campaign next week, so I'll be hitting up everybody. You guys, please share. We got some great rewards. But back to you. I ran across your YouTube video, and you were kind of sharing a little bit the same thing I was sharing about how important it is for us to go for our dreams, go get our dreams. Because what we wants us, but it's our dream and it's meant for us to go after it. So can you kind of share? I forget how many steps, maybe you had three steps, of course, visualization and all that stuff, on how to manifest an idea from an idea to a dream.
Absolutely. Thank you again for having me. And that is a system that I've used time and time again to help me to, like you say, actualize and actually live the dreams that I live now. And I actually got it from my pastor Mike and Judy Freeman at Spirit-Based Christian Center, and they used it to get dream after dream after dream to come to pass. And so the first thing was, like you said, visualize it. Visualize it. Write the vision and make it plain upon tablets. And when you write the vision, you have a vision board and you see it before you. You're constantly seeing it before you. And so your mind and your thought process and your actions do something towards than when you see it before you. Now, it doesn't work when people create a vision board and they put it in the closet. And I've heard people do that. But it needs to be before you. So if you see the vision, it could be a PowerPoint presentation that you put, a screensaver on your computer all day long. And I tell people, even if you have a television that, you can put the USB in and put the PowerPoint presentation go across the big screen all day long. Instead of watching television, watch your vision instead of somebody else's vision, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Show you right, girl, for real. Make it happen.
Verbalize it. That means you gotta speak it. Speak it until you see it.
Yep.
Most people don't really speak their dreams. They speak what they see around them, and therefore they're manifesting what they're speaking out of their mouth. So you can't speak what you see. You have to speak what you want. You have to speak it into existence until it came to pass. That's how this world was formed. God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. Then everything He spoke into existence, and He created us to be the same way, to speak what we want. And so the first one was visualize it, second one was verbalize it. The third one is internalize it. Meditate on it, think about it, and take action on the steps. Because people say, I thought about my speaking, and of course I believe it, and I've been visualizing on my vision board, but if you're not taking any action towards it, it won't come to pass. So that internalizing piece and meditating on it and actually taking action on it is a very crucial piece of the puzzle, because faith without work is dead.
You are so right. And that's the hard part, to actually taking work and implementing. There's so many different things. I know with me on my hat wraps, I can tell you, Melanie, for sure, and I'm a go-getter. I'm an action taker for sure. And even someone with a strong mindset as I have on this, the get it done attitude, there were so many times, I just had to go back to the dream, to the problem, having too many hats, the problem of my very favorite hat, the band coming off. Girl, I swear, when I say I was getting ready to put it into the trash can when this idea came to me, and now we're able to take that hat and, and just turn it into something different. And I can take one hat with me now. Instead of all the hats, Melanie, I kid you not, I take one hat, and I take exactly what I showed you guys on camera. I take that pink bag. I have 5 or 6 wraps in this bag here, guys. And that's all I take. I don't have to even take a second hat. And it's so cool. So, but, it's taking action. Today, going down to the manufacturer, that was something I've been putting off, because I'm like, this is going to cost me a hell of a fortune. And you know what? It wasn't bad. It was actually more. I know I look so stupid on camera holding this phone, but just remember, guys, this is Melanie. You're talking. You get to listen to it. We have to tune her in anyway. We do what we can, right, Melanie? We push past the problems and the challenges, and we make it happen, just like you see me doing. Am I letting technology get in the way? Don't let anything get in your dream, right, Melanie?
That's right.
You just do the thing that have the power. Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. And like you said, you have to keep until you get it. And so eventually you made it happen. So even though you were procrastinating, I'm going to say that procrastination is the assassination of your destination, but you really should go ahead and continue to move forward and not dwell on the fact that like you said, you may have procrastinated, but as long as you keep moving forward and making it happen, eventually it will come to pass.
It will come to pass.
That's right. It will come to pass. That last piece is until it materializes. So visualize, verbalize, internalize until it materializes.
I love it. I love it. Okay, say those 4 things. Just the words again. Visualize, verbalize, internalize. Oh my God, that is so good. That is so awesome. If that's off the his of you guys, send me a thumbs up or something. And your shirt, I can't really read it from here because on camera it shows everything backwards.
Determined to live my dream. It's been determined. And you know what? Those things, when I say fly, I mean they like fly off. I mean I wear one every day. Okay, I wear one of my shirts. Actually, I have about 4 different T-shirts, and I wear one of my shirts every single day. But this is the one I wear the most. Determined to live my dreams. I have determined to live my dreams. Tote bags. I have determined to live my dreams. Wristband, and it goes along with my first book, which is called Daily Dose of Determination, to help you get more determined to live your dreams.
Yeah.
So that was just a product line around that book, and then of course I have a coaching package created around that book.
Awesome.
Also, coaching packages actually created around that book, and then of course the whole speech and the 4-week workshop and all those things. And
well, tell them where they can get that, because I know Donna wanted me to type in I'm like, Donna, I can't type. I'm holding the phone. I'm flipping different things on the screen.
Daily Dose of Determination. That was my first one. They can get that from Amazon, or they can get it from my website at melaniebonita.com, or they can get it from BarnesandNoble.com. I mean, they can get it from everywhere. And so wherever they go, they just put it in Google and it'll come up in different places. But you can go to my website, melaniebonita.com, and actually get the T-shirt and some other things. But yes, it's possible to really live your dreams.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
All the time. You may not see it happen overnight, but literally, sometimes some of my dreams manifest so fast. It's like, wow. And I remember when I used to work a job. I haven't worked, of course, in a while. I remember when I used to work a job, and it used to be so cold. I used to live in Hawaii. And so ever since I've been back from Hawaii, when I moved to D.C. metro area, I was cold. And so I would complain. I would have on my hat, scarf, and gloves, and it wasn't like, winter time yet, winter, but it was cold to me. And so I would be in the elevator, but people say, what are you going to do when it really be cold? I said, you know what, I'm not going to have to be concerned about that, because soon I am going to have a winter home near the beach. And guess what, right now I'm in Florida, 3 minutes from the beach, the Atlantic Ocean, and I have my winter home, by the beach. But you can say it all the time.
Yeah.
It didn't happen that moment, it didn't happen that year. It may have took 4 or 5 years, but it happened.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's so exciting. I'm just excited to hear that, guys. And I want you to just stay plugged into her and remember what she's saying, because she's totally right. It can happen whenever you want. You just got to believe in it. You were talking about your t-shirts. One of the things that I aspire to have in my line is my big thing is don't wait to be great. So we're going to have a lot of slogans on our hat wraps and stuff, as well as the think big, go big, dream bigger. So yeah, that's because it's all about inspiring and motivating people along the way. One of the other things we're going to do is we're going to actually have a membership for everybody that signs, or for everybody that invests in our hat wraps. They're going to have to go to a membership with tons of interviews I've done of people that did the same thing, took an idea, created an invention. We're interviewing lawyers, so they won't have to go through the struggles I did of trying to figure it out. So we're going to have that there to inspire other people to do the same. Is that cool or what?
That is cool. That is phenomenal. Because Raven, I 3 adventures that I'm going to be working on too.
Awesome.
So I need that. So I can, I mean, I've been, diligently working on this because God has given me a vision for over 100 books.
Oh,
so
wow.
in addition to writing the books and, speaking and coaching as authors and just, helping people live their dreams and doing everything else I'm doing, those adventures, have to come out.
Yeah.
I know they do.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, listen, it was a pleasure talking to you. I'm going to see you. I'll get with Dr. Evelyn. I think she said in a couple weeks, and I know for me, I'll be out of town, so probably the following week, we'll get together and have you both on the show, and that'll be fun. Okay. All righty. Thank you so much. Give everybody your email again or phone number again so they can connect with you.
Absolutely. They can connect with me at ask@melaniebonita.com. They can also, follow me on Instagram, connect with me on Instagram. I'm an Instagram queen. I love Instagram. Instagram at Melanie B Speaks, Twitter, Melanie B Speaks. But yes, so definitely connect with me, get inspired, and get your lives changed.
All right, guys. Listen, this has been a pleasure, and I'm going to say goodbye now to your husband, love, and I'm so glad we connected again. I sure am. All right, girl, you keep doing your thing, and love those pictures. All right, everyone, this is Raven, a Talk Show Maven. Wow, wasn't she wonderful? I mean, both of our guests, Ellen Violette and also Melanie Bonito. And you know what? Dr. Evelyn, you're going to love her. Yes, Dr. Evelyn, you are going to Bethune. You're going to love her. I mean, we're going to be talking to the great, legendary activist and educator's granddaughter. Yeah, you remember Mary Bethune. You read the book. You know history. Well, yeah, her granddaughter is going to be here along with, we'll bring Melanie back. And I think they're working on some things together. I know they speak. Met and they're know each other, so she introduced me to her, so I want to make sure she's back on the show. Want to give hugs and love to my friend. It's so great. I reached out to her years ago, and now we're able to collaborate and work together, and she interviewed me, I interviewed her, and it was great. I love having you guys here. Thank you so much. Sorry it's been a distance. It's been a while since we've been on, but it's always good when we're here, right? My name is Raven, a Talk Show Maven. I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much. And don't forget, hey, it's all about you turning your dream into some cash, like Miss Kim doing. Don't matter what you do, right? All right, just do it. Go for your dreams, and no matter what. I'm Raven, a Talk Show Maven, and we will see you next time. Okay? Bye-bye. In New York City at the Paris Summit. It's amazing, Alex. Amazing. And you are here. Love your soul. Love your soul. If you were to sum up what your soul are to those that have never heard of you, that are not on the planet, what would you say?
Very good question. I think for me, I'm all about, if I download Periscope today, I'm all about showing you the tips and tricks to get started as if you've been on the app for like 5-6 months. So start using Periscope today and come and join me and find out how to really use it. Yeah, easy. Thank you. It's really interesting. I think Mark Kay was upstage and he made a great point. He had a network radio, which I think is in Florida, 4 locations. And so he used to just get calls from those 4 locations. He did one show on Periscope and started getting calls all the way around the world. So there's that. It's making your maybe 1 or 2 locations show global, but then also showing you're building a community. You're building people that come back for more and more, and then I'm going to find out more about showing more.